Hi guys, so this is Derrick Branch, serial killer edition, you feel me? We're going to do reaction videos. Today we're going to do somebody I've never seen. I've not paid attention to none of these serial killers, okay? So like this is a big one that maybe everybody knows that I don't. So this is the first time for me if it's not a first time for you, okay? This is Charles Manson, okay? So I don't know what this nigga has done. I don't know why people don't like him. I don't know why he's like just got on the news. It says 1987, so I don't know what he did, but we're going to find out what he did today, you feel me? So let's do this. This is the first video I got.
Years ago, Charles Manson was sentenced to die in San Quentin's gas chamber for the Tate LaBianca murders. Within a year, Californians did away with capital punishment, so Manson's sentence was commuted to life in prison. Now there's a book, Manson in his own words, as told to Newell Emmons. Emmons is an ex-con who first met Manson while serving a short term in prison for car theft. And true to the unwritten code of the underworld, Manson cooperated on the book because he owed Emmons a favor. Today, correspondent Heidi Schulman went to...
Bro, this whole fucking intro vibe you guys are giving this nigga, like, they making this nigga look like a hero, okay? This video is making him seem lit. You feel me? It makes like, oh shit, this is my guy, this is my bro. He got the book out, I read it twice. Like, what? We just promoted his book. Was that his book? I swear he just said that's his book, but let me keep going, bro.
Talk with Manson to find out, after all these years, is there any remorse? Is he sorry? Does he feel guilty? Well, then we here on the Today Show...
Based on Dead Gang already believes that he doesn't feel bad, right? I think that's how y'all typically say that. Y'all don't feel like anybody feels bad for what they're doing. So y'all don't feel that y'all don't think he feels bad.
Staff debated among ourselves whether to air his answers. Half of our staff said absolutely not. Even though Manson doesn't make a cent off this book, let's not give him any publicity. But another half said yes, believing that some of you are as curious as some of us are. Well, at any rate, here is what Manson had to say.
You fucking...
Charles Manson is serving his life sentence for murder in...
Why does he look like he don't know what the fuck he's doing there? He looks like, how did I get here? Where's Carla? Like, what the fuck? Why he look so lost? He look like he don't know why he there.
San Quentin prison. That is where we talked with him and with Newell Emmons, author of Charles Manson in his own words. Our conversation lasted an hour and a half, during which Manson was sometimes lucid, sometimes incoherent, and frequently manipulative.
From your words, as Mr. Emmons quotes them in this book, it's clear that you were guilty of...
Is that a Nazi symbol on his fucking forehead? Bro! I'm gonna go find a picture, hold on. Oh my god. Wow!
Murder, and yet he says in all his conversations with you, he never heard you express remorse. Have you never felt it?
Remorse for what? You people have done everything in the world to me. Doesn't that give me equal right? I can do anything I want to you people at any time I want to, because that's what you've done to me. If you spit in my face and smack me in the mouth and throw me in solitary confinement for nothing, what do you think's gonna happen when I get out of here?
That nigga, this nigga's a G. This nigga said, nah, fuck that nigga. If I get out here, I'm whooping all that. If he gets out, he going for everybody. He's taking everybody's soul with him. This is not a fucking joke to this nigga. He's like, nah, nigga, y'all had it coming. This nigga don't feel bad at all.
Guilty. I wouldn't do anything that I felt guilty about.
You don't feel guilty at all?
There's no need to feel guilty. I haven't done anything I'm ashamed of.
Damn.
Maybe I haven't done enough. I might be ashamed of that, for not doing enough.
Bro, he said he should have done more. Oh my god, bro. Like, this nigga is probably gonna get in the highest tier of serial killer. This nigga means this. This is a gangster serial killer, bro.
For not giving enough. For not being more perceptive. For not being aware enough. For not understanding. For being stupid. Maybe I should have killed 400 or 500 people, then I would have felt better. Then when I felt like I really offered society something. You know, if I want...
What's his zodiac sign? Guys, he's November 19th. A Scorpio. I forgot what they say about these niggas. But let's go back, hold on.
Wanted to kill somebody, I'd take this book and beat you to death with it, and I wouldn't feel a thing. It'd be just like walking to the drugstore. Do you feel blame? Are you mad? Do you feel like Woods Kebab's referendum?
Newell Emmons is an ex-convict.
What was the... What the fuck did I just watch, bro? What did I just see? I don't... What is he doing? What is he? They let him walk around? They let him walk around? I'm sorry, hold on.
First met Manson in prison in the 50s. He claims he wrote the Manson book after 7 years of conversation with Manson.
Oh my God. I wouldn't let that nigga 2 feet near me. I would never let that nigga 2 feet near me. This nigga right here is a... Who is this nigga? Who's this guy? This dude's a gangster. I would never let that nigga touch me.
To show that he's no leader, no guru, but just a loser.
Why should anyone care to read this book?
My purpose when I first started was virtually to destroy the myth. I showed that he's not as complex or as the occult leader or etc. that he's been projected as being.
I don't fit in society, and I am incompetent. I'm definitely incompetent.
No, that's not what I said.
Well, I say that. I say that. No, there's nothing wrong with being incompetent because you don't have to do as much. If you're competent, then you got a lot to do, see.
He said if you're competent, then you got a lot of work to do. Not having or showing the necessary skills to do something successful.
I've learned to reflect. I just reflect back. I know I don't know. I know I'm stupid. I admit I'm a petty whatever. I've never been a success at anything. I even got to the point where I didn't want to be a success at anything. What would being a success, what does that mean, you know? Money? Oh, I've had all the money in the world 3 times and I had to give it back. That's a stupid little game, you know? My awareness and my consciousness is not the same as somebody that goes to school and has a mom and dad. See, not having parents have left me in another dimension, so to say, you know? I don't have no bad going for nothing. I don't judge. I hardly even think about too much. It's hard for me to remember breakfast. In fact, if I didn't have 2 or 3 girls to help me, I would pretty much be lost and I wouldn't know what the hell I'm doing.
You write that in all your conversations with Charles Manson, he never expressed remorse.
Have you seen any today? I mean, perhaps he believes totally in his own mind that he's not guilty.
You guys got this stuck in your head that I've murdered somebody. You've got it stuck in your brain that I murdered somebody. What do you want to call me a murderer for? I've never killed anyone. I don't need to kill anyone.
He didn't kill anybody? I thought he went to jail for killing people. What is the thing? I gotta keep watching this. I don't know what he did.
I think it. I have it here.
Who is this man you've been talking to for 7 years?
Well, to me, he's a convict that was a failure. I mean, he's the person that is not capable. I mean, and I still lay it to the way the book reads. It wasn't to start cleaning the earth or anything. I mean, there was a drug burn that initiated the first one, and the black guy, the first tone of violence that surfaced anyway, and then the death of Gary Him, and there again it was dope related, and it just kept feeding from there, and so it had no spiritual aspects at all. It was just a bunch of guys out there, kids out there that was living, doing their own thing, and it used to be party time and play time, and then through drugs and the whole bit, well, it started getting a little bit nasty, a little bit meaner, and first thing you know, there's murders.
In my whole life, I've burglarized a grocery store, stole some nickels and dimes, busted open a stamp machine, stole a few automobiles, and cashed a couple checks. I'm a petty car thief. I've been with prostitutes and bums and winos and all my life. The street is my world. I don't pretend to go uptown and be anything fancy. I can, but I find more real in the world that I'm in than I do the tinsel. And the real world is the one I have to deal with every day, you know. Believe me, if I started murdering people, there'd be none of you left.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe.
It's crazy because when he talks, bro, it's like he's like, I can hear him like saying certain things like that kind of get close to philosophy, bro. Like he said certain things that was like, Oh, this nigga's like on a different... That's crazy. He said the real world is the one that I deal with every day. Okay, that's what the fuck the real world is. That is like some shit, bro. Nigga, he's saying things like that. That's how you know you're like, oh shit, this nigga is on the wavelength of like certain things like that. It's crazy how these serial killers be saying shit like that.
Manson has been serving his time at this prison in Vacaville, California, isolated from his fellow inmates. Manson's first television interview since the murders begins badly.
Look up his followers. Let me see here. Hold on. He had 3 women. Oh my god, look at their foreheads. He put, I wonder if he did it himself. Bro, these girls did not, they liked him, bro. They were in love with him. That's how you can tell. Look at their energy, bro. If you got women, you can have them assassinate anybody. You feel me? You can have them go head out to any guy, and then they could just run it up on him. This one, she look out of it as fuck. Look at her. They look proud of everything. That shit's crazy.
I'm not gonna sit in that damn chair, man. I'll stand here and talk with the dude.
Manson refuses to sit in the chair provided. He says he's not going to look up to anyone. But finally, Tom Snyder of the National Broadcasting Company asks his first question.
You know, you were sentenced to the gas chamber and then they modified the death penalty. Were you happy when that was done?
Was I happy when what was done?
When you found out that you weren't going to the gas chamber.
You're talking about dying. Now, it gets me nervous.
Why?
Did you have any thoughts about something? Was you wanting to go anywhere?
Were you happy when you found out you weren't going to go to the gas chamber, Charles?
I knew I wasn't going to go to the gas chamber because I hadn't done anything wrong.
You scared to die?
Sometimes I feel I'm scared to live. Living is what scares me. Dying is easy.
Oh my fucking god. This is what I'm talking about. Stuff like that, bro. That's the truth. And this is actually like what I believe too. I feel like living is the hard part. Dying is the easy part. Because dying don't require, you know, there's a lot of things you're now not required to do anymore. Like, living is the hard part. This nigga is like spitting stuff that's like, I agree with. I hate that he's a killer. Hold on. Let's be specific on what a schizo is. It's a disorder marked by severely impaired thinking, emotions, and behaviors. Schizo patients are typically unable to filter sensory stimuli. Most schizophrenics, if untreated, gradually withdraw from interaction with other people and lose their ability to take care of personal needs and grooming. They have enhanced perceptions of sounds, colors, and other features of their environment. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that means, but okay.
How long have I been in jail? 34 years? 34 years, so...
Out of 47, you've been here 34.
I've been in jail, prison, a long time, all my life. I was raised up in here. So I understand jail. So I understand myself, and I can deal with that. I set my cell, and I do my number, like a convict does his number. But there's different colors on different people's backs doing different things. It's a different world. I love the world I live in, too, just like Regan loves the world he lives in.
You love the world you live in.
Most assuredly, it's me.
You love all the pain that you've caused people, all the anguish you've
caused.
Oh,
I don't know pain. I don't know pain. I have no depth of pain. I have no depth of suffering. I don't know ridicule. I don't know all the bad things. I haven't been punished by you all my life since I was 10 years old. I've been in every reform school you got across the country and used to lay down and have to get my ass whipped till I couldn't walk. Tell me about some pain.
And that's our fault. That's all those people
No
want.
fault. Make strong, good pain. Understand pain. Not bad. Pain's not bad. It's good. It teaches you things. It teaches you things. Like when you put your hand in fire, you know not to do that again. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that.
Written accounts indicate that you told the authorities, don't let me out. I can't cope with the outside world. Do you have a recollection of that? And
you make a desperate plea out of something, man. There's no desperate plea out of it. I say I can't handle the maniacs outside. Let me back in.
I didn't use the word desperate. That's your word, Charles.
Yeah, well, your inflection and your voice tones were implications there.
Well, you use the word maniacs on the outside.
He looks so tired of life right here. This nigga is like, bro, take me out of the game. Like, if you ever say, bro, I'll kill you, he's like, bro, take me out because I'm tired of this. That's what he would say. Or he'll kill you first. But, like, that's the vibe he gives me. He's like, bro, I've been through hell and back. Give me peace, nigga. That's his vibe that I'm seeing from him.
On the outside, how are you different from the maniacs on the outside? And why do you call them maniacs? Because you know something, they think you are one.
Yeah, it would reflect. If you hold the negative up to the light, you don't see the light, you just see the negative. So I'm a reflection of your negative, there's no doubt about that, and I can handle that also. I've been handling, ain't I?
I don't know, have you?
Well, I've been up and down these damn hallways, in and out of these nut wards for the last 10 years. You think you could follow that act? I'm playing for my life. You working for money.
When you say you're playing for your life, am I to assume that you think that someday you're going to get out of here?
Get out of here. Get out of here. Where would I go? Let's see.
What would you do if you got out of here?
I got out of here.
What if they said to you tomorrow morning, Charles, hey, listen, you're free. You can go wherever you want to go. Do whatever you want to do. What would you do?
I'll probably go out front on the grass and sit down.
The question is, should Manson ever go free? It's 10 years now since he and his 3 female accomplices, virtually robots under his control, were convicted of murder. On August the 9th, 1969, they murdered actress Sharon Tate and 4 other people in Los Angeles. The following night, there were 2 more victims, Lino and Rosemary LaBianca. In court, Manson was also charged with 2 more mutilation murders. Ranch hand Donald Shea was beheaded, and musician Gary Heineman had his ear cut off. According to some accounts, Manson and his family may have been responsible for as many as 35 killings.
If you got out of here, there are a lot of people who think you'd go start killing people again.
Again? Well, you guys are misinformed. I haven't killed anyone. I didn't break the law. The judge knew that. But the people didn't want to hear it. The judge knew it. He washed his hands. He said, I know it, but what can I do? People want this.
The judge never said that.
Yeah.
Judge never said
That's what Older said.
No, judge didn't say that.
So he didn't actually kill anybody? Like, he didn't actually touch one person? Is that really the case with this nigga? He hasn't actually touched one person? He's getting the death penalty for telling other people to kill people. Can you really get the death penalty for telling other people to kill people? 35 people? They said they think he's involved with 35 people. They don't even know for a fact.
He got off and shook their hands, didn't he? You're so white and pure.
Judge didn't say you were innocent.
Are you innocent?
Innocent of what?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
None of us are innocent.
Yeah, just because you're convicted in a courtroom doesn't mean you're guilty of something.
What does mean you're guilty?
When you know you're guilty.
What about Shea?
What about him?
Well, what about him?
He got killed.
Well, the word is you killed him.
Word is that you're an old woman. Word is you have turkey in the sky. Word is, I don't know what word is. Somebody else tell you that. I didn't tell you that.
Did you kill Shea?
Hell no.
Did you cut Hinman's ear off?
Hell yes.
Why, how did that feel when you cut his ear off?
What? Oh, wait, he saw he was a hell. Oh yeah, I did that. I did that. Yeah, I did that. That nigga switched like that. He's like, no. Yeah. Hell, oh, yeah, I did that. I cut that nigga's ear off. I did that shit. I'm dead as fuck.
What did it feel like?
Yeah.
Well, I had done what he said for about 20 years. I'd done everything he told me to do. And I got to thinking, now, why don't this guy do something I tell him to do? And he said, no. I said, well, how comes I'm always doing what you tell me to do, but then you never do what I say do? And he said, well, blah, blah, blah. So I said, now you do what I say. And he said, no. I said, you do exactly what I say. And he said, no. I'm telling you. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. You do exactly what I say. And that's about the extent of it. All.
My bro was like, what the motherfuck is this? Like, look at it. Bro, he got sweat up on his nose, too. He got sweat all up on here. Like, this, he's sweating and shit. I would never allow myself to just be right next to that nigga either. But, like, I'm dead right now.
All this occult, all that hocus-pocus stuff that you guys are playing, I don't know nothing about all that.
You know nothing about something called helter-skelter. Tell me, Charles, I don't know.
It's a fairy. It's worse than a fairy tale.
It's a fairy tale.
It's a comedy. It's a comedy tragedy.
The body of Sharon Tate is make-believe, isn't it?
That's make-believe.
Make-believe, yeah.
That's make-believe to the people that went in there and did what they did.
Mm-hmm. And who were those people? But you know who they were.
Sure, I know who they were.
They were with you at the Spahn Ranch. They were part of this thing called, if not the Manson family or the Manson cult, the Manson Ranch. Call it what you will.
So then, what? You dealt the hand down there in L.A. You and that press. You dealt the hand. You put me on Life magazine, had me convicted before I walked in the courtroom. You had what people wanted to buy. When they wanted to buy it, they didn't give a damn if they had to convict the district attorney. They'd have convicted the whole building to get that dollar bill going there. They had big bucks going there. You made 27 million, 100 billion. I'm bumming $10, $15 from my friend here.
Here's another newspaper account that you can now speak to since you haven't done it before. That on the night following the killings at the house on Cielo Drive in Los Angeles, you accompanied 4 people to a home occupied by Mr. and Mrs. Leo LaBianca.
Yeah.
That you went inside that house, and you tied them up and assured them that they were not going to be hurt. That you went back outside and sent Kasabian and Krenwinkel and Watson and Atkins inside the house to kill them. True or false? Did you do that? Chair's getting hot, huh?
Why is he moving the chair? Okay, look, if a nigga ever did this, I swear to God, I don't care. I don't give a fuck, okay? If a nigga ever get out his chair and then move it to the back a little bit, and then the way he just kind of walked, he's kind of walking around him. That makes me feel like a nigga about to swing on you. He looked like he about to swing on this nigga right now. I'm not into that. I would have been out that hole. He looked like he about to swing on him. I don't like that. That's too much for me. That's already too much for me. Oh my God! Look at him. Just no.
Did you do that?
Did I kill anyone?
No. Did you go in and tie up the LaBiancas that night? Very simple question.
That night.
August 10th, 1969.
That night. August the 10th.
Did you?
1969.
Why duck it? Why dodge it? Why not answer it yes or no once and for all? Put it behind you.
What is he thinking about? What is he fucking thinking about?
Did I kill anyone?
Did you tie up the LaBiancas? Atkins testified you did.
That's what Susie said?
That's what she said.
Yeah.
And you remember, you were in the courtroom when she said it.
She's written 3 books, and each time she said something different. Each time.
Did you tie him up?
Did I? Well, we came down from Abilene. And
let's stay in Los Angeles, August 10, 1969.
There was a hole in the wall gang there.
Why don't you want to talk about it, Charles? Why don't you want to?
Because I'm an...
What do you mean he's using his energy to manipulate him? He's trying to scare him. He never... Who's you saying he's trying to scare him? Or what? Like, you think he's trying to make him nervous or something to avoid the question? Y'all think that he's like still doing things right now? He's manipulating right now?
Outlaw, and I go so far, and then that's all you know.
And if you did,
that's like asking Jesse James.
And if, as others have written and as others have testified and as the media has reported, you did that.
Yeah.
And you sent your friends back in to do the deed. Aren't you a coward?
My friends back in to do the terrible deed.
Doesn't that
the
make
wicked deed. Did we have the castle there with the vampires and the Frankenstein and the bugs and lizards dying in the deserts? Do we have the water that's dying and the whales are being killed and the seals are dying?
Here we go again. Lay it off on somebody else. Let's point to all the other injustices.
I'm in the world all by myself?
Yeah. On this one you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's okay? If that's the way you see it for you.
You've never talked about this before, but I'm going to try it one more time.
Pull
cards out.
Now,
you can see them where I'm
You got a pistol on you?
No, sir. They wouldn't let me in here if I had a pistol. You know that as well as I do, so why even ask the question? Okay?
Well, I just thought you might not like what I've done. You want to do something about it.
I don't much care for what you've done.
He said, I thought you was going to do something about it. Oh, you don't got a pistol? Okay, then. Shut the fuck up. Why is he punking him like this? Like, why is he like? Why did he just punk him like that? Like, I'm like, so, like this nigga, bro. This nigga's not the guy. This nigga's not the guy you want to just like talk shit with. This nigga is not the guy. Charles is not the nigga, bro, that you want to like get tough with.
Yeah. A lot of people don't. How do you feel about that? A lot of people think you're a monster, Charles. How do you feel?
They think you're a monster because you reflect this news media on me. Cult leader. I never had long hair before I got busted. I never had a beard before I got busted. I went to shave, and the guy said, no, you can't shave. And I said, I need a razor to shave. He said, no, you can't shave. I said, let me get a haircut. He said, no, we don't want you to change your appearance. They said I had a great family, and I was the following and leaders and all that. There was no followers and leaders, a bunch of kids out the ranch playing. To me.
Playing at what?
Playing and living.
Do you miss women?
Certainly. My goodness. Yeah, damn right. Yeah.
This nigga makes so many fucking women's like pussy wet. This nigga does. He makes. There is probably a bunch of women right now like waiting for him, or just like they would love to, like, I don't know. There's a weird obsession with like killers for some reason. Okay, I saw people fetishizing Pyramid Head from fucking whatever. What is it? Well, I don't even know what that shit's called. But Pyramid Head. They was like fetishizing him so hard. Like, I've seen it.
What do you think of women?
Oh, I like them. Yeah, they're nice. They're put together well and everything, and they're soft and spongy. Yeah, they're nice. As long as they keep their mouth shut and do what they're supposed to do.
Why do you say that?
Because that's what a woman's supposed to do.
Keep her mouth shut and do what she's supposed to do?
Sure.
And besides the son that you had in your marriage, you've got, what, 4 other children somewhere?
I don't think I've been responsible for as much as you people want to lay on me.
All right, somewhere out there, there's at least one son that we know of that's your child, who's probably about 25 or 26 years old. You talk to that kid. What are you going to say to him?
You got to catch it on your own, boy. Train's hard. The road's rough.
And that's it.
That's all you can say.
All I knew. That's all anyone ever told
That's all
me.
you. Oh, that's truly all you can say. That's the truth right there. That's not even a lie.
And you want to hear something?
Yeah?
He'll do it better than me.
Do what?
Whatever he does. He'll do it a little better. Kids do, don't they?
Sometimes.
Yeah. That's what makes them such a gas. They always seem to get through.
How were you in school? I hear that you weren't too good, but maybe I heard wrong.
Depends on which school. I did very well in reform school.
Yeah.
I did good in every place that I was ever told to do good in. I've been an outlaw ever since I was born. I went to reform school when I was about 10, and I learned to box and cry, and I learned to do all the things that you do in reform school. Then I went to, I escaped there a bunch of times, and I went to prison, and I learned everything that you do in prison. And I talked to all the guys and asked them everything they knew, and they told me all the things they knew. And then I went to the end of it, and then the old man would be ready to die, and he'd say, well, son, sincerity is the best gimmick, remember that. And I said, all right, be sincere, that'll win it. He said, that's it. Sincerity and honesty, he said, it'll do it. It'll trick them every time. I said, well, sincere and honesty, I never tried that. I tried everything else, but maybe I'll try sincere and honesty. So then I looked in the book, and it says, the wages of sin is death. Now I figured, well, I don't want to die, so maybe I have been sinful here. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe I'll take a look at my life and say, well, I'm going to change it and start all over. You know, and I know I go to God and I say, hey, man, you're going to forgive me? And he's going to say, what do? You forgive you? I mean, what'd you come to me for? Forgive yourself, man. Don't be bothering me.
How do you feel about spending the rest of your life in prison?
Well, we're all our own prisons. We each are our own wardens, and we do our own times. We get stuck in our own little trips, and we kind of judge ourselves the way we do. You know, I can't judge nobody else. The best thing I could do is try to judge myself and live with that.
Let's assume that one day you were paroled.
Did he even answer that fucking question? I don't even feel like he answered that fucking question, bro.
Well, let's just make believe. Do you ever think you will be?
Yeah. Do I ever think I will be? Well, I've never been paroled before. I went up to the board, and they said I was incorrigible. And not only was I incorrigible, but that I'd never grow up. And I kind of agreed with them.
If you got out tomorrow, do you have any scores to settle on the outside?
Scores? Do I have any scores out there? And we're making believe, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you, buddy. Well, I don't rightly know. I'm stupid to the point to where I'm not really sure.
Believe it or not, there are a lot of people on the outside that think about the possibility of you coming out of here, and they're genuinely scared of you.
Oh, boy, I might just make dust, everything. Terrible. One little guy.
Did he hit just like 12 emotions in that one face? Was that 12 emotions to you? I'm just like, I don't know what I'm looking at right now.
Terrible. Ooh. Boy, how insecure are we as human beings? Put all our fear on one little guy, afraid to let him out. He might break all the toys.
Why do you say little guy?
Because I'm not the guy you trying to make out of me. That's not me. I don't know what my way is. Everybody keeps telling me I got all these things. I read the other day where I had magical powers, and I told everybody in the chapel, I said, zap, 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 zap. I said, where's my magical powers? Well, you can't believe what you read in the press. I can get no magical powers, mystical trips, and all that kind of crap. Yeah, it's kind of silly. Yeah, we've got witches and devils, and one guy come up and said, I heard you said you were Jesus. I said, no, man, I ain't said nothing. He said, I'm glad. He said, I'm damn glad. I said, why? He said, I know you ain't him. I said, how do you know? He said, because I am. I said, okay. But I mean, you know, I've been in the nut ward for 10 years, so you can't expect me to rationally take this thing serious.
Well, this guy is just, I don't know, he don't scare me, but he kind of like got a G energy, okay? I'm not gonna like hype. I've watched quite a few serial killers now, and like that was kind of like, he's kind of gangster with it. Like he's not playing like at all. He even checked the fucking interview nigga there. He like, that nigga's wild, you know? So if I were to rank him as he didn't kill people, he had people kill people. So that's not really like, I don't know if you can call that a serial killer. I feel like it's not a serial, or at least it's some kind of different form of a serial killer. If you didn't even actually kill the niggas and you sent people to kill them, it's like mob bossy energy, you feel me? It's not like, yeah, that's some boss shit, exactly. I don't know, he didn't seem crazy to me. He didn't seem crazy. He seems like, bro, I'm from the streets, nigga, so if niggas die, they die. That's his vibe that he gives me. It doesn't sound as psycho to me, you feel me? But yeah, that's Charles Manson, bro.